Good morning everyone and welcome to the Oval for the start of this fourth test match between Australia and New Zealand in this first quarterfinal of the Y50 Test Match Championship 2020. And what a quarterfinal series it's been so far, Australia winning comfortably in the first test match at Lords, then an evenly fought draw at Edgbaston, and then last week at Headingley a nail-biting draw where New Zealand just hung on by the skin of their teeth. Don't forget, the first team to win 2 test matches in this quarterfinal series will make it through to the semi-final, and New Zealand can consider themselves very lucky that they are still in with a chance. We thought it might be interesting to have a look at the leading run scorers so far for this series, and you can see on the very top there is Glenn Turner, New Zealand's opening batsman, with 388 runs, despite not yet scoring a century. He has 450s and of course 2 scores of 97 in the last 2 test matches. Now let's have a look at the leading wicket takers, and this table makes for very interesting reading. The leader of the pack is New Zealand's Richard Hadlee with 24 wickets already at an average of under 19, which when you consider this Australian batting lineup is spectacular. But then the next 4 bowlers are the Australian bowlers, which means New Zealand seem to be relying a lot on Richard Hadlee to take all of their wickets, and they'll surely be hoping that some of their other bowlers can start to carry some of the burden. Back to this 4th test match now, and let's have a look at the 2 teams. Australia have been riddled with a couple of injuries. Matthew Hayden still injured from the 2nd test match at Edgbaston. He is not available for selection as of yet. And their spare batsman Greg Chappell has also been injured up at Headingley. This means Australia are short of a batsman, and so Adam Gilchrist, who has opened in one-day international cricket for Australia, never in Test cricket, has been asked to open for this Test match as a stopgap solution, and Ian Healy, the spare wicketkeeper, has come into the side to keep wicket. The rest of the team remains the same. David Warner opening the batting, Ricky Ponting, Steve Smith, Steve Waugh and Allan Border in the middle order, and the bowling attack Shane Warne, Jason Gillespie, Dennis Lilly and Glenn McGrath, and Nathan Lyon is the 12th man. New Zealand have made one change, Trent Boult coming back into the team in place of Tim Southey. Their side is Glenn Turner, Stephen Fleming, the captain opening the batting, Kane Williamson, Ross Taylor, Martin Crowe in the middle order, Brendan McCullum the wicketkeeper, and then the all-rounders and the bowlers, Chris Cairns, Richard Hadlee, Daniel Vettori, Trent Boult as I mentioned, and Shane Bond, and John Bracewell, the off-spinner, is 12th man. Well, it's a little bit overcast and gloomy this morning here at the Oval, so there should be some early movement for the fast bowlers, though this pitch is expected to take some turn late in the match. It'll be interesting to see who wins the toss and what they decide to do, so let's head over to the toss and see what happens. New Zealand have the call. Australia have won the toss and have decided to bowl first, clearly looking for early morning wickets. The players are out there in the middle. We join the action now as Glenn McGrath bowls the first ball of this test match to Glenn Turner. That's nicely bowled, bringing Turner onto the front foot. It's been a very tense start so far. Well, that's hit Fleming on the pad. A big shot from McGrath. What does the umpire say? No, not out. Fleming is well forward. This ball is hooping around. That ball swinging in and decking away, and they would have missed off stump. We're coming up to the first hour now. New Zealand finding it difficult out there, but Fleming's got that one away. Is that going to be the first boundary? Yes, it is. 4 runs for Fleming. New Zealand are just scoring at over 1 run and over, but like the previous matches, they're not losing an early wicket. Fleming drives that one. Oh, that's gone past mid-off. That will be his 2nd boundary. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. A bit of early morning bite for Shane Warne. There's no one out there at deep mid-wicket, and that will be 4 runs. Gillespie to start a new over, and there's still plenty of movement out there. Oh, beautifully bowled. Warner's spun that one back in from outside off stump. That should be the wicket to get him going in the series. Fleming is out, bowled Warne for 30, and New Zealand are 47 for 1. Lifted over square leg, and that will be 4. Beautiful shot by Williamson. Even in difficult batting conditions, he makes it look easy. Oh, and that's beaten mid-off, and that will be Glenn Turner's first boundary. And that is lunch on day 1. New Zealand have made it to 64-1. You feel they'll be very happy with that. Batting has been very difficult this morning. Let's have a look at the scorecard. Glenn Turner is there on 24 not out with the 1 boundary. Williamson is there 6 not out, and the only wicket to fall was Stephen Fleming, beautifully bowled by Warne for 30 runs. McGrath to bowl the first ball after lunch, drifting into the pads, and Glenn Turner's got that one away. That's a nice way to start the session. Oh, there's still some movement in this pitch. The Australians appeal, but the umpire says no. Turner's dabbed that one away, past second slip, and that will be 4 more. Ooh, that's an uncharacteristic shot from Turner. Oh, that's a thick edge, and it's run all the way to the point boundary for 4. New over from McGrath. That's a nice shot from Turner. He's got that one away through mid-wicket. That will be 4. Just past Warren. That's a lovely straight drive from Kane Williamson. New Zealand 101 for 1. That's a rare full toss from McGrath and beautifully whipped away by Williamson. That's short from Gillespie, and Turner's pulled that one away for 4 more. He's moved on to 48. Well, there's definitely still something there for the quickies. Turner on 49, and that will be his 50, his 5th 50 of the series in only 7 innings, once again getting New Zealand off to an excellent start. Well, that full toss relieves the pressure. 4 more for Williamson. That's a nice late cut from Turner. 2 men down there, neither of them can get it, and that's 4 more. And that will be tea on day 1. New Zealand scoring 83 runs without losing a wicket in that session. They'll be very happy with that. They moved on to 143 for 1. Let's have a look at the scorecard. Glenn Turner is 63 not out. What an innings this has been from him. What a series he's having. Kane Williamson is with him on 43 not out. The Australians, well, perhaps they're ruining the fact that they decided to bowl first this morning. They are struggling to remove these 2 batsmen. Done him again through mid-wicket. Glenn Turner is looking excellent today. A new over from McGrath. Oh, that's hit Turner on the pad. A big shot by the Australians. The umpire has given it. Yes, that's the wicket Australia were looking for. Glenn McGrath sliding that one into Glenn Turner, hitting him on the pad. That would have hit leg stump, and Turner is out. LBW to McGrath for 67, and New Zealand are 148 for 2. Ross Taylor joins Kane Williamson, and he's off the mark with his favourite cut shot. Oh, that's nicely flicked away by Taylor. There's no one out there. That's 4. That looked like some reverse swing from McGrath. He's really getting that ball to move in. A big shout, but the umpire says no. That must have hit Taylor outside the line of off stump. Yes, Dennis Lillee getting this ball to reverse swing as well. Oh, that's out. Yes, another in-swinging ball from Lillee, a thick inside edge and a looped back to him. That's an important wicket for Australia. Taylor is out. Caught and bowled Lillee for 12, and New Zealand are 165 for 3. Martin Crowe's got that one away through mid-wicket. Oh, it's beaten mid-on, and that will be his first 4. And that's 50 for Kane Williamson. He's doing an excellent job setting a nice platform for New Zealand. That was a good ball by Warren, but Williamson just watched it onto the bat and punched it away for 4. Past the outside edge, but it was a no ball. Warren starts another over. Oh, beautifully timed again. Another lovely shot through the offside by Williamson. In the air and beautifully taken. Oh, Warren has won that battle against Williamson. Look at him punch the air into light. That was a lovely catch by Gilchrist standing in at first slip, and Williamson is out. Caught Gilchrist, bowled Warren for a wonderful 59, and New Zealand are 184 for 4. McCullum skips down the pitch and gets that one through. That'll be 4, and New Zealand are 190 for 4. Oh, and that's dropped. Oh, Ponting's dropped the catch. Well, it was hit very hard at him, but you do expect Ponting to take catches like that. That's short from McGrath, and McCullum slapped it away. That's 4. McCullum down the pitch again, and he's got that pass mid on for 4 more. Dennis Lillee now with the new ball, and you can see that extra pace coming off the pitch. Oh, and now some extra bounce from McGrath. Oh, a beautiful piece of bowling by Lillee. The Australians think they've heard an edge, but the umpire hasn't. Lillee to bowl the last ball of the day. Oh, and he's bowled him with an absolute beauty. An in-swinger from around the wicket, and Martin Crowe has to go. He's out. Bowled Lillee for 15, and New Zealand are 211 for 5. And that's the end of play for day 1. What a nice comeback for Australia, taking 4 for 68 in that session. New Zealand 211 for 5. Let's have a look at the scorecard. A nice start for New Zealand, 67 for the very consistent Glenn Turner, 30 for Stephen Fleming, and 59 for Kane Williamson before he was neatly caught by Gilchrist. And then Taylor and Crowe both falling for low scores, 12 and 15 to Dennis Lillee towards the end of the day. The Australians were excellent in that final session, and at the end of the day, 1 wicket for McGrath, 2 for Lillee, and 2 also for Shane Warne. Well, it's been an absorbing day of Test match cricket here at the Oval today. Honours even, I would say, at 211 for 5. New Zealand starting very solidly once again earlier in the day, but Australia coming back towards the end. That's it from us. Do join us tomorrow for day 2, and bye for now.